Christina and Sam, the first thing I can tell you tonight is that people are so relieved to be returning home with a sense of fear as more work continues up at that Oroville Dam. We did learn tonight from the Department of Water Resources this. Construction crews are making great progress in reinforcing the backup spillway. Helicopters are moving every 1.5 minutes, aggressively dropping boulders on the sinkhole. They hope to finish the operation before the dreaded storms hit the region. And DWR officials say the boulder drops combined with the lake releases will protect this town from that catastrophic failure of the spillway. But a senator we spoke to who represents this area emphasizes this crisis is a wake-up call. Senator Jim Nielsen tells me he's part of a federal investigation now underway to find out why officials ignored warning signs at the dam more than a decade ago. Signs people living here are all too familiar with.
And they had plenty of time to kind of adjust the situation, and they didn't. And this is what happens. But I guess they're on it now, and that's the important part.
Senator, we know investigations like this can take time. How long will it take to get some answers for these people?
Well, it will take a long time. Why will it take a long time? Because we're going to have to dig very deep. But that's going to start very soon. Understand, sadly, government does not work fast.
For now, people returning home tonight hope they won't have to turn around and leave again. The evacuation warning means they may have to leave town again at a moment's notice. Back live here off Oroville Dam Boulevard and Feather River Boulevard, you see traffic flowing as people head home. It's unclear when businesses plan to reopen. I'm told some local restaurants may open as early as 9 a.m. tomorrow. Also, we're told tonight that the National Guard is on its way into town to help people settle back in.
And many people hoping that they'll be able to stay for a while.
Right.
Thank you. It's been a long few days for many. And people are starting to leave those evacuation centers around the area tonight. One of the largest centers is in Chico, and that's where we find CBS 13's Kelly Ryan. They're live as residents are packing up for that long drive home. Kelly?
That's right. Things are winding down here now, and there's really a sense of celebration after an initial sense of disbelief earlier today when they learned they could finally go home. Amanda Schofield couldn't go to work today in Oroville because of the evacuation, so she came here.
Since there's a captive audience here, no one can run away from my music.
You want to put your stuff in there?
Next to Amanda, a group of teachers from Oroville who can't teach today, so they decided they could still reach their evacuated students.
We want to make sure that they still have a Valentine party, so we got all our resources together. We got a huge group of people to donate.
At a nearby soccer field, Butte College head coach Ron Brown gathered his women's basketball team for a pickup soccer game.
We're just out here supporting the community because when one person suffers, we all suffer together. So we're just out here trying to put a smile on the kids' face.
Then just after 1 o'clock, evacuees got the news. The evacuation order had changed.
It's open to go back to Oroville?
Yeah, that's what they said.
We're handing out.
The Butte County Sheriff's Office announced the immediate evacuation order had been reduced to an evacuation warning.
He said the word's official. We can go home now today if we want.
People could now go home. But even with the announcement, many who've been here since Sunday couldn't quite believe it.
That's official word.
They got the roads unblocked.
That's a straight scoop, yes.
About time. Glad to go home.
Oh, I am very excited. I've been inconvenienced and the whole works.
We was here Sunday.
Yeah, we're exhausted.
And we want to go home. We want to go on in bed, sit down in bed, take on a shower.
Then the logistics, getting everybody back home.
Could I get a ride from you guys?
Sure.
Would that be cool?
A relief for many, especially for families with young children, sorting out ways to get back home and back to normal.
We're going to figure it out because I'm excited.
Now, the sheriff says this evacuation center here in Chico will remain open for some time. The others will shut down, and that's great news for people who are finally heading home.
Dealing with a whole host of emotions there, Kelly. Thanks so much. Live for us tonight in Chico.
Now, we wanted to know, how much does it cost to care for everyone who's been evacuated? Well, the answer is a lot. According to the American Red Cross, 27,000 people were displaced by this evacuation order, minimally in one particular area. Now, the cost of caring for that many people for 1 week runs about $1.5 million per week. Again, we know in total close to 200,000 people have been displaced.
We have a reminder for evacuees. The Yuba County Sheriff's Office just tweeted this out. If you are returning to Yuba after evacuating, consider fueling up out of town. since many local stations were depleted during the evacuation. Officials with the Marysville Unified School District and Yuba City Unified School District say that school will be closed until Tuesday, February 21st. Despite evacuations being lifted, they say they do not want to confuse the staff or parents by changing these dates. There are some exceptions, so you can go to our website, CBS13.com, for more detailed list of closures.